what's up, guys? Welcome back to a long-awaited episode of In the Shed with C. I'm C, and this is the Shed, and I'm going to talk about this time something that's been, I guess you want to say, on my heart for a while. I don't know, but the idea of budget, cheap horns, and if they're worth picking up to perform with or anything like that. Shout out to, first of all, Sir Valor Sax and Better Sax, because those two review guys, awesome players themselves, but they are actually the reason why I have the the equipment, because I watched their videos and I was like, well, if they can make it work, let me see if I can make it work. But anyway, there's been a lot of things floating around about budget instruments that you can purchase on Amazon and things of that nature. And I did myself a service, I guess you want to say a great service, and after watching videos, I picked up an alto, a soprano, and a mouthpiece from Amazon, and they are amazing. So this video is not really a comparison video to compare cheap versus expensive or better. It's more so about a video that it's just going to show you that you don't need to spend thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on equipment in order to sound great and do amazing things. I'm a predominantly tenor player, but I have alto and soprano, so if I have a session or a gig or something, I can have them. So you have to bear with me as far as my embouchure and sound, pitch, and all of that, because I don't really play soprano or alto. It's just that when the gig calls for it, what do? A week before, I'm playing that instrument for the entire doggone week so I can sound good. The tenor is where I do most of my playing, jam sessions when we were able to before quarantine, live performances when we were able to do before quarantine, recording sessions, which I've been able to do during quarantine. Thank you. Woo. I had a few recording sessions, and I've actually recorded on alto as well. Soprano has just been in the shed doing what needs to be done so it doesn't sound like boo-boo when I need to pick it up. But anyway, so this video is going to be about the cheap or budget equipment in performance practice. So I'm not just going to try to do a review just for review purposes. Nothing against that, but I just want to show you that in the real world out here, you can actually buy the budget instruments and sound great on them and have them do what you need them to do, instead of spending, unless you have the money, instead of spending thousands and thousands of dollars on horns and hundreds of thousands of dollars on mouthpieces. So yeah, I just want to show you what they are, what I'm playing on, and I'm going to play test it for you, and then that's it. Please feel free in the comment section to tell me what you think. Because I don't have a lot of money to be buying a Yanni, buying a Six, buying a whatever, buying a Gardala, buying a Wani mouthpiece. I have always been, for most of the 20-something years that I've been playing, I've always been a budget player. Like, I've always been a person that it's about the person, not the instrument. Which, in that case, 99% of the time it is, but, you can't pick up something that's falling apart and expect it to sound good on any performance or player or whatever. So, I'm just going to play the ones that I have, tell you what they are. You can search on Amazon later if you want to, or you can just say, screw this video, he doesn't know what he's talking about. And let you guys do it for yourself. So, I want to start off with Jasmine. Jasmine is my tenor. I've had Jasmine since 2012, coming from an actual Yamaha custom that was stolen from me. Her name is Ebony. In 2012, I was playing on a black and gold Yamaha custom with a New York Jody Jazz 7-star. The horn was purchased for me, so I didn't buy it, but I was told the retail price was $8,000. It was purchased for me when I was in college, and the mouthpiece, though, I did pay for. That Jody Jazz New York cost me $500, and I vowed to never again pay that much for a mouthpiece, because I'm just like, it's a mouthpiece. Why do you need to pay that much for it? But anyway, so this is Jasmine. This is a Cannonball Raven, Big Bell Stone series, which, honestly speaking, a lot of cats say that these are not good horns, and, whatever. Again, this is not a comparison like that. This is just real world playing with the instruments that I have. Cannonball Raven And this right here, after watching Sir Valor Sax's video on the knockoff Chinese Yi-Bai, it's exactly what this is right here. $30. Now, mind you, it didn't come the way it is now, but I'm still for it, because even though I got a few things done to it, it still didn't come out to be $400 or $500. This was 30 bucks. When I purchased it, I purchased the 9, but as we all know, the numbering system is way off. My repair tech was like, it's more of like a 5-star star, so not quite a 6. And I was like, wow, from a 9 to, anyway. So he opened it up to an 8-star, so not quite a 9, and put a little wedge in it for me for the top, because opening it up, it sounded great right out the box. Like the quality, the fullness of the pitch sounded amazing. It's just that I was coming from an 8-star to a 5. It was actually hurting my chest to have to break back that much wind to get a sound out of the mouthpiece. So he opened it, and then, you know, back and forth. Fermin said, shout out to Fermin at Long Beach Woodwinds out here in LA. Great mouthpiece tech. Shout out to Brian. Brian's the one who takes care of all my horns. Shout out to those guys over at Long Beach Woodwinds. But anyway, so Fermin and I just sat. I had like a good 3-4 hours to sit. Sat, and we just opened it up and played with it. And this is what it sounds like. So $30 technically, plus the $100 I got put into it to open it up and put the wedge. So $130, which is not $500. And this cost me actually $3,600, which is okay, I think, for a brand new horn, which was purchased after the other one was stolen. So anyway, here's the play test. Basically $30, cheap, budget. Let me know what you think. So that's Yi-Bai. Sorry, my camera's over here. Yi-Bai, 30 bucks with the budget, so to speak, Cannonball Big Bill Raven, which I love. So that's Jasmine. The second horn I'm gonna do, her name is Nina. All my horns have women names. Anyway, her name is Nina. So this is an Amazon horn, which basically after watching a Better Sax video, and he did this exact review for this exact horn, I was like, I'm gonna get that, because I needed an alto for whenever I get called for alto, but I'm not an alto player. I haven't played alto since middle school, and that was way back in the 50s. So again, this one of the stories with this, I purchased it. It was damaged in travel. When I took it out of the case, there was a lot of clicking at the bottom, and my repair guy told me that it was bent. So however they put it in the case or whatever, but it was an easy fix. It took all of 10 minutes to get the bend out of the bottom of the bell, and the clanking stopped. Also, this is the mouthpiece that came with. Now again, for me, over at Long Beach Woodwinds, he opened this up for me. It was a 5 again, and he opened it to an 8-star. So that's all that got done to it. A little bit, he did something to the tip. Like, I'm not a techie guy like that. If it plays well and it sounds good, that's it. So Jasmine, basically my mouthpiece is an 8-star, and it's paired with a Redbox 3 Java. Nina, this is the mouthpiece that came with the horn. It's now about an 8-star, and this is paired with a Greenbox 2.5 Java. For some reason, to me, you can tell somebody can explain it to me. The Redbox on the metal gives me a similar feeling as a Greenbox on plastic or hard rubber. Just the ease of playing and the less resistance. So anyway, so this is the horn from Amazon. Her name is Nina, and I'll play her for you. Mind you, this is the budget horn. So this one cost, I believe, with shipping and everything, this one was like $380. And this is what already had the deflector. Like, I have deflectors for my tenor and my alto. Because, when you play in these clubs and sound guys don't want to turn your monitor up, what are you going to do? So anyway, I'm gonna play a little bit of this one, and here we go. Nina, alto saxophone, Amazon, mouthpiece that came with the horn, opened up a little bit. Green box, size 2.5, Java Van Doren. Right? Budget, well, definitely budget, but cheap, you know, so you don't need all the extra super expensive stuff to sound good. And last but not least, her name is Sophia. This is my boo right here. Even though I don't play her as much as I should, you know, Sophia, S-O-P, soprano, S-O-P. So anyway, this one. Anyway, I don't play soprano at all, but this horn is another budget horn from Amazon, along with this is the mouthpiece that it came with. Obviously opened up because I can't play on a 5. I guess they all ship with 5s, but they just put numbers on them. I don't know. Ship is 5. This one was shipping and handling was like $420. I am a stickler. I love straight sopranos, but I don't like the straight neck. I do not like curved sopranos. Don't ask me why. They're just not attractive to me. But anyway, this is paired with the 2.5. Check this out. The reeds that came with the horn, bruh. That's what I'm playing on. So everything right here came in the saxophone case. The horn, the neck, obviously, the mouthpiece, and the reed. So this was opened up to, I think he said like a 7-star 8, as big as he could do it, because there wasn't that much meat on the mouthpiece, with the size 2.5 reed. Now watch this. Budget, cheap, whatever you want to call it. Right? So, all of that to say, these are all considered cheap. I don't know, cheap as in quality, cheap as in cost, but they're considered cheap. And you heard for yourself. Mind you, I am the player, so I've been playing for a little while. But I honestly think that if I were to pick up I don't know, a Yanagasawa, a King Super 20, a cigar cutter, a 6 from the 50s, you know, whatever, that you wouldn't be able to tell the difference in the sound unless you are one of those guys who are really, 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 really on this part of the end sonically. But for me, real world practice, they make it through everything. People tell me how good it sounds. Yeah, so I'm just to let you know that you don't need the $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 sixes. Me personally, I've never played a 6 in my life. A tenor, an alto. The only 6 I've ever experimented, I guess you want to say, was a Barry 6, a low A Barry that was donated to my high school when I was a senior. And then at that moment, I had switched to tenor. So I really didn't play it that much. I played it for, I think, a semester or 2. But that's about it. Never played a 6 on tenor, balanced action, super balanced action. Never played the cigar cutters on alto. Never played any of the Kings. Never played any of those. I've always played the budget stuff outside of the Yamaha custom that was purchased for me. And you know, everyone tells me I sound pretty doggone good on every instrument that I'm playing. These are all the budget ones. So anyway, I just wanted to make this video to let people know that it can be done. Helicopter over the shed. It can be done. You put in your time in the shed or wherever it is you practice, you can sound great on practically anything that you know, purchase or put in your mouth. So anyway, if you have any questions, about the horns, or if you want to leave me a comment in the section, please do so. If you want to hear more playing, actually, my Instagram is CMHSAX. So at CMHSAX, that's my IG. That's where I do most of my videos and all of that stuff. And also, shameless plug, my first single came out on my birthday last month. It's called 90s Kind of Love, and it's featuring a friend of mine named Natani. It's on all streaming platforms. So 90s Kind of Love on streaming platforms. Go listen to that. Let me know what you think. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was just one of those. It's been on my mind a little bit because people talk so much mess about budget instruments and all of that, and I'm like, hey, that's what I play. So anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you for the next one.